Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Hello and welcome back to Boring Dead Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Rue Valley. We have a bit of a plan of action this morning. We've just run out of the doctor's office. I want to. Can I examine this bike or anything first? My plan is to try and get hold of the key card to use this bike to get us to the cafe a bit quicker. And then we're going to try and drive to that mining tunnel we read about at the end of the last episode. Now, I don't know if she's going to give me the option to do that. Okay, let's just get through
Mr.
this.
Harrow, how are you? Are you ready to check in?
Alright, well this is new, so let's ask about the controlling lady with the big hat, which I'm fairly certain is Anita, but, you know, our character hasn't confirmed that for himself yet. She gives you a sideways glance, but whatever provoked it, she lets it slide the next moment.
That's my mom, Anita, with a double T, mind you. She hates it when someone misspells her name and always goes through the trouble of telling them in advance.
Though she's trying to feel cheerful, you feel a dose of bitterness in her voice.
But I get why you didn't make a connection. We don't look alike, like, at all. Just the other day, I looked through some of the stuff she forgot here, and there was this camera. I saw Anita young, real young, and we look nothing alike.
Who knows what secrets are hidden in there? Might be worth looking into, but Robin's certainly not going to tell you where they are.
No wonder, really. Everybody tells me I'm the spitting image of my dad.
Let's just work down these. She works with you?
No. At least, not anymore. She's running that Kuiper Belt bar up the road with her new boyfriend, Travis. But before, yeah, this was a family-run operation.
She and Travis are together, huh?
Better to say she was running things and Dad just followed her orders. Oh, man, Anita would never allow me to install the key cards.
I take it you don't like Travis?
Oh, no, Travis is a decent guy.
Yeah, he seemed alright.
My problem is with Anita. To be honest, I don't understand why she left us. I guess I never will.
But your dad stayed.
Ben, he's running the motel now, and I'm helping him. Which means this is still a family business, despite Anita walking out on us.
Why did they divorce?
I've been thinking about it a lot. Like, trying to learn some lesson here. Short answer? I don't know. It's not like they ever included me in their conversations, if they had any. Like their divorce doesn't affect me. I mean, I know they had issues, but I never imagined all of it would break apart so quickly. It really fucked Dad up in the brain, though he's trying not to show it. And the worst thing? Everything is different, but feels the same. Mom still calls me every day, still pushes me to do the things she thinks are best for me, and I know she's pushing Dad the same way. She doesn't have the right to meddle in our lives so much, because everything changed.
A dark cloud ripples across her face, and she closes her eyes for just a moment. Her lips tighten, then her eyes open.
Is there anything I can do for you, Mr. Harrow? If not, I have some things to take care of.
I guess we'll leave at that point, then. So we have a new idea. Let's first of all have a look at Robin. So we've updated her info. I won't go to the effort of reading it because it's everything we just got in that conversation. I think I know how to eavesdrop on her now, incidentally. I think maybe we go up to that roof, the weird sort of auditorium almost type place with the bleachers. Yeah. Anita, she's Robin's mother. She has some kind of token she constantly twirls in her hand. Yeah, that could be significant. She was the owner of the motel. Travis is Anita's boyfriend. Yeah. Okay, but what's our intention? I don't have any inspiration at this moment. Some in the motel are Anita's long-forgotten things. Maybe they'll shed light on her past. Luckily, Ben isn't only motel manager, but also Anita's ex-husband. Surely he knows where old things are. Okay, well, I mean, we have tried rummaging through that stuff in the back room. I could try, even though I don't have the intention, I could try doing it now. See if this does anything. Yeah, okay. I could try ringing Ben. Yeah, we actually have the option now. Call Ben. He might spill some Anita beans. Line rings and rings, and just when the monotonous ringing finally finishes drilling a borehole straight into your thalamus, a raspy male voice
Ben
answers.
Fleming. Sorry, can't talk now. Quite busy. Call later.
And when will you be available?
I don't know, around 8:30 or later. Gotta go now.
Okay. Well, we've updated that. So I think, so we've only lost 2 minutes off our time doing this. I think I'm going to drive back to the cafe and we'll try to eavesdrop on that convo. Yeah, Kuiper belt. So that takes us... let's see. Answer the phone. Oh, there's... Okay. Would have liked to have answered that, I think. Oh, she's there. I imagine she might have already had her conversation. Might be a bit annoying if she has. Should I try talking to her before she talks to Travis? This feels like okay, well let's just try and take that car then. I don't even want to wait the 5 minutes for Ben. Let's just get in this and get out of here. Yeah, go north. See if we can... Okay, so 8:25. We've got 22 minutes. Can we get to the mining tunnel? My guess is no. I think I still need the bike to cycle up to the Kuiper belt a bit sooner. I think we only just missed Anita's conversation though, so I think I can still get there. Eek. There's the lightning. Yeah. Okay, we didn't make it. Okay, yeah, we definitely... Okay, so I'm going to jump straight in the car now. We're going to go and try and eavesdrop on that conversation.
Still with me, Mr.
Sorry, I got to get out of here. I'm not even going to stop to take your smut novel. Oh. This isn't what I wanted to be doing. I think we're just going to run out of time. I thought it'd give us the choice of like getting to our car and choosing a destination, but let's toss our phone out the window. I kind of just want to speed through this because we're obviously not going to make it. I just I just selected the option. I guess I didn't really mean to. What's that? 8:38. Keep driving, I guess. This is okay. Then it hits you. This is the furthest you've been able to go. I got 2 inspiration for that. This is different, but time stops. 8:42. Okay, no, this is different. All right. Not because of the fiery sky at the end of the loop. Your internal clock says that you still have a couple of minutes before that happens. It stops because you aren't in control anymore. In control of what? Well, take a guess. My life? Definitely, but there's one other thing. The car. You're not in control of this car anymore. Powered by inertia and the slippery asphalt, the vehicle acts on its own, swerving and sliding with astonishing choreography. Decisional check. Quickly but carefully do something to avoid the disaster. I'm too calculated. Okay. Do I have an accident? Do I die? You grab the wheel and manage to straighten the car, but the inertia is still there, pushing you straight to the curved road and into the abyss. I'm indecisive. Turn. No, brake. Maybe both? Caught between speed and shock, your hesitation leads you too close to the guardrails. A jarring impact sends the car spiraling down the cliff. Oh, God.
Still with me, Mr. Howard?
His voice cuts through like a lifeline, but just as the comfort of his words wraps around you, it twists and morphs into a jarring, clanging noise. yanks you back to reality as the remnants of cliff rock debris drum against the car's shell with relentless enthusiasm. Through a dense fog of pain, your nerves frantically fire, desperately trying to wake up your unresponsive body. Try to move. The wreckage envelops you in a tight grip, but you sense that at least a couple of your limbs are free. Move our fingers. Every movement sends a jolt of agony, a grim reminder that somehow you're still alive. I've gained a broken arm. But your arm is all messed up. There's a pale bone sticking out of blood-stained flesh. That hasn't altered my stats. What has that done? Unable to pick up items, can't play guitar. Scream? You try to scream, but the inhaled shards of glass snatch the sound away before it can leave you. Unable to scream, can't sing. This will require some serious surgery. Imagine if this is the last... if it doesn't loop now. Sometimes it's the only thing you can do. Try to move your toes. No walk, only crawl. The command falls short. Your legs, twisted at impossible angles, are useless. Shattered bones grind with every twitch. You're not going anywhere. Alright, well, better not move at all then. Better. Produce a sound, any sound. With charcoal lipstick on your lips, you try to break the silence. Oh. You try to speak, but the sharp tang of blood fills your mouth. Your teeth, or what's left of them, are swimming freely around your butchered tongue. Oh god, dental fracture. Unable to communicate fluently, can't consume non-liquid food. This is not good. 4. You're right about that. Stay silent, I guess. Still 8:42. We've got 5 minutes of this. Just lie down and do nothing. Probably the best choice in this case. But what's that noise? Focus on the noise. Both from nowhere and everywhere, you hear a rhythmic beating. My heartbeat? Yes, and then you feel it. The warmth of liquid pumped by your heart, soaking almost every part of your torn clothes. A lot of liquid. We got severe bleeding now. Trouble staying awake. Oh, dope. Okay, it's 8:47 luckily, so... Through half-closed, tear-filled eyes, you sense the orange haze rising, the ground trembling under you. It's happening again. Alright, well at least we got something different there, even though I kind of chose an option I hadn't intended to take. You hold your breath waiting for the end until the weight of it becomes too much to bear. Miraculously, you fill your lungs with the musty yet familiar air tinged with the stale scent of old cologne. Try to move. Though the unfathomable pain still lingers in your mind, you muster up the courage to lift a finger. Paralyzing doubts aside, it's effortless. Feel the contours of your teeth with your tongue. The brutal crunching sound is still ringing in your ear, but everything remains firmly in its intended place. It's nearly enough to coax a smile on your face, and yet it doesn't. You're alive and well, for all the good it does. It seems that the loop goes as far as to mend your injuries. The fleeting sense of release swiftly exits the stage, making way for the overwhelming tide of disappointment. You open your eyes, only to meet his, yet again. Still with us, Mr. whatever his name is? Harrow?
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Sure.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now, and we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions. But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence, and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
I'm fine.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly... However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Could you help me make sense of a dream I had? A dream? The doctor raises his left eyebrow, seemingly intrigued at your question. Well, perhaps it'd be better to do it during tomorrow's session, as a comprehensive analysis requires that we don't have time that we don't have right now. Please, Doctor, it would surely help me fall asleep tonight if I unload this burden before I go to bed again. Well, I guess we can at least make a start today, focusing on the most vivid aspects, and we'll continue with a deeper exploration tomorrow. Alright, share the dream about checking out of the motel. And that's when I woke up, very thirsty. Dr. Fink nods his head, looking at you intensely. Thank you for sharing it with me, Mr. Harrow. The suitcase, the struggle with the checkout forms, and the malfunctioning vending machine, they all seem to be significant. Would you like to share your thoughts on any of them? The checkout form was impossible to fill out. The more I tried, the more the ink consumed everything.
What do you think the form represents in the process of leaving?
Proof that I was here, that I'm done?
And the ink, what does it mean that it spread and ruined your writing?
Felt like something was sabotaging me.
So, naturally, you snatched another form and started over, but even on the new form, the ink seeped through. What does that tell you?
That I always mess it up no matter what.
But nevertheless, you continued, writing on a form that was already ruined. Why not just leave it?
I had to, it's the rules. You can't just leave.
You felt compelled to complete a process that was, by that point, utterly meaningless. You wrote in black on black, a perfect metaphor for an empty gesture. What I hear is a man who needs to be able to tell himself, I did everything I was supposed to do. Even when your actions had no effect, the performance of the task itself was crucial. It allows you to confirm a fatalistic conclusion that you always mess it up, and the outcome was inevitable from the start. Now, let's touch upon other elements of your dream.
The suitcase was supposed to be simple, just my things, but it felt alive.
What does it mean for a suitcase to feel alive?
It jerked like there was something inside trying to get out.
And when it opened, your belongings had become snakes. What does that transformation suggest to you?
My things were gone and replaced by something else?
And your first instinct was to slam the lid shut, to contain it. Why not just leave it there?
Oh, they looked dangerous. I couldn't let them loose.
Really? Why did you shove it under the bed then?
Yeah, I don't know. I panicked.
Mr. Harrow, there's no shame in your reaction. You responded instinctively to a perceived threat in the way that felt most natural to you. Containment is a familiar strategy, but when we consistently choose to bury our problems rather than face them, we're merely postponing a confrontation. But let's move on to another symbol for now.
I was so thirsty, but the vending machine just took my money and gave nothing back again and again.
How did it feel to be promised relief of a basic need and then consistently denied it?
It was maddening, like the machine was taunting me.
And yet your response was to insert another coin and then another. What were you hoping would change?
I thought maybe this time it would work, it just had to eventually.
So you continued the same action with the same tool, expecting a different result. Why not stop? Why not walk away and find water elsewhere?
And admit I wasted all that money?
Seems like you'd rather exhaust yourself in a battle you know you're losing than disengage and admit the strategy is flawed. You became so focused on getting what you deserved that your real goal, to quench your thirst, was completely forgotten. This is a dangerous kind of denial, Mr. Harrow, because it masquerades as perseverance. You're convincing yourself that sheer stubbornness is a virtue, but it's actually just hiding from the fact that your chosen solution is broken.
The doctor's gaze pierces through your soul.
Now, let us consider the dream as a whole. In each scenario, you encountered an obstacle, and in each you chose a similar path. When faced with a terrifying truth, you chose to contain it. When faced with a futile process, you chose to complete the empty ritual. When faced with a broken solution, you chose to repeat it. The common thread here is not the nature of the obstacles, but your reflexive response to them. Your subconscious is illustrating the very strategies you use to avoid confronting what is truly troubling you.
I'm just doing what needs to be done. I'm not avoiding anything.
And that is the heart of the issue. These need-to-be-done actions have consistently failed to resolve anything. You are treating the symptoms while ignoring the illness. I cannot tell you what specific burdens you carry, but I can see the weight of them in your steadfast refusal to admit they even exist. That refusal is the one problem that makes all others impossible to address. Until you can face that, you will remain stuck, endlessly performing what you believe needs to be done, without ever addressing what actually needs to be done.
He pauses for a moment.
Tell me, have you considered that the incident, the one that led you here, wasn't some isolated random event, but the result of built-up tensions?
I asked you to make sense of the dream, not to diagnose me. I need a solution for the loop, not a lecture about how my own mind is the problem.
The loop you need to break is this very cycle of denial. Your refusal to even entertain the possibility that your mind is trying to show you something is the very wall you keep crashing into. You'll either find it in you to admit this, or things are not going to get better. Not here, certainly not out there. He glances at the clock.
All right then. That's it for today. You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Okay. Alright, well, that's kind of altered my plans for today now. As you leave the doctor's office, and the same sight hits you once again, you struggle with the fact that the loop seems to be infinite. I hate this place, I just want to leave. But you can't leave. No matter where you go, you'll be tossed back here as soon as the clock hits 8:47 p.m. I get it, but I still hate the place. It seems that you will stay here for a long time. This attitude won't help. Maybe you're right, I give up. Sometimes it's the only thing you can do. You're stuck here. It's time for you to accept that. Okay, we failed that intention. Let's have a look at our brain map, see what's going on here. Your body, fragile as it is, no matter what you do to it, reverts back to the state it was at 8 p.m. Pretty useful. So, I guess we're going to hold to give up this intention. Seems like you're stuck here. Might as well make use of your time. Okay. Okay, so we got some intentions here. This time loop situation feels like a reality show. I'm not sure about that. Find Anita's old stuff. Or eavesdrop. I can do 2 of these. I think I can do Anita's old stuff because at 8:30, if I'm still here, I can ring Ben. And this one, I don't know. There might be stuff we can do here to have a go at that. So you're in a reality show. Wait a minute. My whole body heals when the loop resets. Nobody could stage that. Ah, yes, you did have that experience. So this can't be a reality show. Luckily, no. Well, that didn't last long. So we'll hold to give up. Right. Okay, well, we resolved that. It didn't give us any... we've still got to find Anita's old stuff. Okay. Okay. Is there any point talking to this lady again? I don't know if there's anything else we can glean from her. Let's fix the vending machine for her. I think we're kind of committed at this point to sort of remaining here at least until 8:30. I got a question about Anita.
Sure. Anita? She's the queen of hospitality here in Rue Valley.
What's up with the hat?
Anita always dressed like that. You better believe it raised a few eyebrows, or a few dozen eyebrows around here. But ever since the divorce, she cranked it up to 11. I don't know. Maybe that midlife crisis or whatever. Or she's finally a free woman and can do whatever she wants.
I don't get it. Why is she the queen of local tourism?
Well, she was running the motel with Uncle Benny back in the day, and now she opened a bar with that hunky dude from Bothwood.
What happened?
What always happens. People drift apart, and after plenty of yelling, they call it quits and get a divorce. I don't think Kuipers is raking in the big bucks, but considering no one else is doing any tourist stuff around here, that kind of qualifies her as the queen of tourism.
Aunt Nita?
That's a very long story, and I'd rather not talk about it right now. Let's just say we're related. Kinda.
Okay.
You're welcome?
Alright, so tell me about Coral Destiny as well. I like to think I've learned a thing or two in my 11 years here. She sees the confusion on your face and giggles, but there's no malice in her laughter. Oh yeah, I work there. Damn it, worked there. Worked. It's kind of tough to get used to the new reality. Absent-mindedly, she scratches her jacket where the company patch is sewn into the fabric. What did you do there? I'm an engineer specializing in automation and robotics. I was also training to be an astronaut, but... She makes a lip-zipped tight gesture. That's all I can say. Destiny had me sign some book-long NDAs. I don't think I understand what the company does. Well, you must have been living under a rock then. Miss Holmes has been preaching about it to anybody who wants to listen, and plenty who don't. Like our, elderly Congress people. The ultimate goal of the company is to establish a colony on Mars that will trade resources, mostly rare Earth stuff, with Earth until we can establish self-sufficiency. And until the colony is set up, well, anything they need to do to get there. And what's up with the company name? It makes sense when you think about it. Mars is our destiny. We want to survive and thrive as a species. It's our first stepping stone to colonizing the whole solar system, and then... She shuts her lips so fast you almost hear her clap. Sorry, I'm kind of evangelizing here. Miss Holmes always insisted that every one of us would be the company's ambassador. It's kind of hard to get out of that mindset, you know? Miss Holmes named the company. As I said, Mars is our destiny, and the planet's red, so that's where the coral comes from. I guess that's her favorite color. She often dresses all in coral. Why don't you work there anymore? You know, I don't really want to talk about that. It's still sorting things out. Can't be easy to be unemployed. Actually, let's do the awkward one. I'm sure they don't deserve you. She giggles. You sure know how to fix more than just vending machines. It's sweet. Her smile is like a radiant... Sorry, it's like a desert rose blooming in the rain after a long drought. You know, people around here just don't give a damn about coral destiny. I mean, those that don't actively hate it. I guess when you're living in such close proximity to the future, you get kind of desensitized. It's nice to talk to someone who cares. Okay, so we got more brain info, particularly about Riley, I think. I won't read it out, but check if it resulted in anything of particular interest. Yeah, kind of just what we gleaned from the conversation, really. Okay, so... the bike's still there. I might want to grab that dude when he leaves with the keycard.
No, I don't need to unplug the modem. Of course I've rebooted it 12 times already. No. Oh, hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
Get into my room, I guess.
All right then, let's get you into your room. So, number 6, the last one on the 2nd floor. Everything is ready for you. And this is your key card.
Oh my, it is not an old-fashioned key. I am so confused.
I knew it! Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Probably has something to do with losing keys.
Exactly! And it was exhausting! And my dad didn't like the cost of replacing so many locks.
So it made sense to implement electronic locks.
How did you know? Oh, so yes, it cost us a lot to implement, but now when a guest loses their key, we only need to replace a piece of programmable plastic. How great is that? It makes my life so much easier.
Wonderful.
So, here's your key card, and I'll need your signature here.
Okay, we'll sign it.
Thank you, I'm...
Okay. Alright, so I think my plan is to just kind of mill around until 8:30. I kind of want to see what happens with the Jason dude. He's going to leave on that bike, but time isn't just going to advance. I could wait on the bench. But let's check into our room. Let's I'll knock on his door again. He might be in there still. As the bike's there. Oh, Jason Burns opens the door. Yes. Sorry, wrong door. Oh, no problem. Oh. Okay, well that wasn't as illuminating as I'd hoped. Put it away, I guess. I'll advance time a little bit. I mean, I think he's still gonna... Let's just scroll through my feed. I just want to kill a bit of time. I'm not going to read all this. I don't think it's relevant. There we go. So how long does it advance? After a while you realise that neither the pictures nor the posts are loading correctly. Check the signal. 1 bar. You get the feeling that if it could, it would show half a bar. Seems like all these posts were from some time ago, stashed needlessly in your phone's memory. Unless you hook up to some local Wi-Fi. Yeah, well, we know about the internet situation. I'll just skip past this. Only wasted 3 minutes, that. Okay, it's going a bit quicker. Do I click to stop? I mean, I still want to get to 8:30. It's going too fast. Hello? Right. Well. Wasn't quite what I wanted to do, but I think if we can, we'll leap straight out of the doctor's office and get back to the Kuiper Belt.
You're with me, Mr. Harrow?
Present.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you and will surely, but for now, I just want...
I'm fine.
That's good to hear. However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Alright, let's talk about Coral Destiny then. His eyebrows lurch upward in an already too familiar gesture. The doctor must be confused by your sudden interest in the corporation, or is unwittingly expressing his discomfort.
Of course we can, Mr. Harrow, though it took me by surprise. Your interest is perfectly natural and understandable, seeing as that... Oops, I missed that. Can't scroll back. As part of my full disclosure policy, I have to tell you I've worked there for a number of years, but can't talk much about my work or my time there, courtesy of a folder full of NDAs I had to sign. So, with that limitation established, what do you want to know?
What can you tell me about your work there?
Well, mainly I conducted research on how to combat isolation during prolonged space flights and how to handle stress caused by communal living in restricted quarters. Still, there was some practical work as well, sessions and consultations with the astronauts and the science staff, and that's the extent of what I can share with you.
How far away from here is Starbase 1?
Oh, about an hour or so away if you're a particularly fast driver, and an hour and a half if you take the company shuttle.
Okay, so we can't get there. What exactly are they working on there?
Oh, many different things, from new rocket propulsion systems to water shielding and decontamination, regenerative agriculture and soil enrichment, effects of limited living space. But this is all publicly available information. I can't tell you anything you couldn't have found yourself, you see.
Anything else?
I gotta go. Okay, so again, we've wasted 2 minutes. That might have implication... Well, I think that might mean that I've missed the chance to eavesdrop. I think I have to get out of here and go straight there if I'm going to do that. Still, let's take the car. Let's try. Let's try and get there. Won't let me deal with that. Okay, let's run. Oh, she's just finished her call. God damn it. What was down here? Oh, the ranch. Okay, let's try that. Call Ben now. Oh, it will actually let me. Call Ben. The phone rings once, twice, 3 times, and just as you're about to hang up, the line connects. His voice is hazy, like someone halfway between waking and sleeping. Hello, Mr. Fleming, I presume? There's a brief pause. When he speaks again, his voice is even fainter.
I'm not buying anything.
No, I'm not here to sell you anything. I just need to ask you something.
Yes?
Something's wrong with this man, but what eludes you? I know, Cousin Calvin sounds exactly like that after his breakfast of champions. Ah yes, the classic foot-long joint on an empty stomach. But this sounds different. It's like he's piercing the exosphere on his way into the void. It'll be hard getting any useful info out of him while he's like this, still you have to try. The silence from the other side of the call is so long and so profound that you're sure Ben has completely forgotten he's even talking to you. I need to get to Anita's stuff, the things she left at the hotel. There's a pause, broken only by the sound of heavy, deliberate breathing on the other end of the line.
Listen, I don't know who you are and I don't care. She knows where her stuff is. Ask her.
He's not in the mood to cooperate. Maybe it's best to call him again later after you've dug up some new facts to push the conversation in your favor. I mean, maybe, but let's try. You'll need more than gut feelings and persistence to crack him. I just need to know where her stuff is.
And I'm telling you, leave me alone.
This is really important.
Listen, I'm out.
Line goes dead. He hung up. No room for negotiation. Okay. Guess we'll close that. so. Yeah, we need to find something out that would convince him to help us. Gonna get the lightning any second. Boom. Are we at the ranch though? We might be. Ah, okay, and we've got a few minutes spare to actually look around. Cool. K Family Ranch. Got a swing? An old swing hangs motionless, suspended in time. The chains creak ever so faintly in the breeze, but the seat, having been torn from one of the chains, refuses to sway. It reminds you of many different things. Childhood filled with innocence and joy. Because everything used to be simpler, right? A simpler, brighter time, when all you had to decide was how to have fun and how best to waste those endless hours. You never had to make the kind of choices that would eventually land you in therapy in this godforsaken backwater, daydreaming about better days. That time will never come back, and neither will the feeling. Past, it's gone, and every echo of it only reminds you how far away it really is. But the feeling? Maybe it'll come back if you keep going. Onward, forward, into whatever comes next. You just have to try. Okay, we're going to inspiration. That's pretty cool. I could actually get the other intention underway. I forget exactly what it was now. Okay, so I can't go over onto the grass by the look of it. Let's go to the side of the house first. What we got here? A little shed. The K's have stopped tending their garden. The shed is full of discarded tools. Okay. Even here on the front porch, you can hear music blasting from somewhere inside the house. Someone's having the time of their lives. The door looks brand new, unlike the rest of this accumulation of crumbling stone and rotting wood that could have been called a house once. Still, there's no doorknob. Next to the door, you notice an ancient bell button held together by layers and layers of yellow duct tape. Ring it. Surprisingly, it works. A large cowbell hanging above the door rings in unison with the electric one deep inside the house, but nothing happens. Try knocking? They haven't heard the doorbell. What makes you think a knock will reach them? It starts to look like no one will open the door except you. Okay, well, we're going to open the door. If it hasn't got a doorknob, but it might just be unlocked. Wouldn't that be lucky? However, the wooden frame squeaks in protest and the door remains firmly shut. Yeah, I've got another intention to break into the farmhouse. Ring the bell again. Nothing. Okay, I guess we walk away. Alright, let's have a look at this. Break into the ranch house. The house is old but secure. Surely there's a way inside. I'm going to commit my inspiration to this as we're here and I have, 7 or so minutes to play with. Maybe back to the tool shed? Okay. Can't wander. Let's think, if I had my key card, I might be able to pick the lock, perhaps? That's not a path. Not pick the lock, but kind of do the thing where you slide like a credit card into a lock like they do in the movies. I don't know if that actually works in real life, but it's all I can think to try at this stage. Use your less fucked up shoulder to shove the door. Congratulations, it has now become your more fucked up shoulder. Luckily the loop should fix that. Perhaps it's time to stop being diplomatic and use more forceful tactics. Push the door with my back. Well, it was worth a try. Enough of the pleasantries, let's bring this thing down. Kick the door. That's not how you kick a door open. Maybe, it feels like it moves a tiny bit, maybe? Kick harder. The door definitely budges this time, accompanied by a faint splintering noise akin to kindling breaking. But a wave of pain shooting through your legs suggests an alternative source of the sound. Who needs a functioning foot anyhow? Exactly. Continue to kick the door hard. So, there you are, kicking the door of a ruined house in the middle of nowhere. Why? I'm not sure. Could it be your stubborn pursuit of answers? Curiosity, even? You won't achieve much from getting in, though. Only a few minutes left until everything resets, and then you'll have to break in again. I may learn something. The loop won't change that. And then, what good is knowledge if you can't use it to change anything? It's not about that. It's just kick, feel the pain, repeat. And believe that the next kick will somehow break the door, that the next loop will somehow be the last. That's all you can do. Perhaps you're afraid to admit it's all hopeless because it would rid you of your only purpose to break free from the loop. Ridiculous, I just need to kick harder. Alright, no need to get angry, you'll kick the door down, and you'll get out of the loop, I get it. And you'll be back to your life, the one that brought you here in the first place. It'll be different, the loop has changed me. Yes, the loop has given you a clear purpose for the first time in years. Once it's over, though, once again there'll be nothing to fill the infinite void. Nevertheless, perhaps you hope the feeling of being given another chance will make things better. Yes, all I need is a fresh start. Indeed it is. That honeymoon period with a new you is always a delight. But eventually you'll start feeling the void again. And then, sooner or later, a moment of weakness will come, and you'll trip down it, drown into it once more. You might crawl out again, even more than once. But each time you'll return to the starting point with a little less optimism and energy. Face it, even if you leave the loop will never leave you. It will be different this time. Rage surges through you like a tsunami. You kick the door with every ounce of strength that you have, even more than you knew you possessed. Ooh, we did it. Wow, we got 3 minutes. Alright, let's quickly address this stuff. So... You didn't really think this would work, but it did. Your fragile body won the battle against the hardwood. Alright, let's wrap up. Cool. Okay. Now, we're going to have a little look around. Time isn't going to advance unless we kind of chat to someone or otherwise make it advance. Okay, we can't really do much in there. Got a couple of doors, let's check it out. Not really anything in here to interact with, it seems. We've got some files. Whatever this is, probably a mirror, maybe a painting. What is it? I can't read what it says. Dust. Can I don't know if I can actually close this stuff. Oh well. I can't move the screen around, unfortunately. I don't think it was important either way. A metal cabinet which somehow escaped the teeth of rust with an intricate golden insignia above the drawers. Looking at the letters more closely, you see they spell out Philip K. A couple of drawers are half open, revealing they are filled with documents and dust. Take a look at some. There are thousands of documents in this monstrosity. It's like someone even kept the receipts for chewing gum. No way you can just casually inspect them. It would take too many loops for just the few minutes you get in this house. You have to look for something specific. Not a matter of time, it's a matter of willpower. Okay, how are they organised? Every drawer has an almost faded label with a year starting at 1935. It all ends at 1966. Judging by the open drawers, each of the folders inside is labelled with the year and month it covers. Someone was either a master of organisation or obsessed with tidiness, or both. What kind of madman gathered all these papers? A madman or workaholic, it's all a matter of perspective. Why would anyone need all this paper? Have you already forgotten the age before computers and the internet? It wasn't so long ago. It was a long time ago. True, you are old. Okay, that took a minute. But it's a possibility we can come back with more info at some point and actually find something useful to us. I think that's the occupied room, so let's just take a look at these others first. Okay, there's a variety of stuff here. No point taking that book. I suspect it's another one of that weird series that I've been kind of gathering stuff for. The real thing, scarred by time, softened by use. So saddle. Photo albums. What's this? Place to keep things in limbo. How poetic. Half handmade, half inheritance. Entirely unattractive. What are these papers? Booklet with lots of small text and very small letters. Okay. Shelf? Trophies? Trophies for something. An old stereo. Okay, what else? Okay, well, we'll look at the... Shall I look at the book? I think I know what it is already. I like how he's hobbling around because he's got a hurt foot. The gorgeous redhead in a tight dress is still there holding a gun. I guess read the blurb. Is it the same one I've already seen? Yeah, looks like it. We'll just leave. Okay. What about this room? Oh, okay, that's the room with loud music. Someone's inside, probably headbanging. Let's just walk away for now. Did this open up in my brain? Metalhead from Ranch House. Okay. We'll come back to that. I want to check out this room. Okay, we've got a few things here. Front cover features a group of heavily armed people, knives, assault rifles, dynamite. The title is Grassroots to Bushfires, Walter Group and For Our Children. By Julian Georgeson. Okay. Read the blurb. Bothwood Chronicles proudly presents the 5th installment of Georgeson's book, A Tale of Three Towns, The Impact of Economic Decline, an anthropological analysis. This issue is dedicated to the troubling times of the 80s, to the arrival of Apex Oring, and the reaction of the local populace, from workers to former oligarchs. This issue covers the formation of the infamous grassroots Walter Group and its transformation into the short-lived yet potent populist For Our Children movement, and the enduring impact of both on Rue Valley, published collaboratively by Bothwood Chronicle, Grey City University, and Coral Destiny's Community Relations Centre. 5th issue? So wonder they got past the first one. People of Rue Valley clearly like to read about themselves. Okay, that used a minute. We got one more minute. Let's have a look at this stuff. Behold, an old cowboy hat, an outrider no less, a relic from simpler, or maybe rougher times. I think we just ignore. We've got a minute till this resets. Are you certain? It's a fine piece of headwear. All right, take the hat. Fine. The rugged leather greets your fingertips, scarred by wind and sun. Beneath it rests a surprisingly soft lace strap, the kind of lace that would rather dance on a ballroom floor than face the desert grit. And yet it endured, shielding its owner from the elements day after day. It's no wonder someone saw fit to display it like a trophy of a bygone era, a reward for loyalty that outlasted reason. All right, try it on. It settles on your head with uncanny ease, like it was made for you. Feels like slipping into someone else's life. Someone bolder, that is. Anita. That's right, a sharp reflection of a woman with an unbreakable spirit and a total disregard for anyone's opinion. Turns out it was always about the hat. Now you've claimed yourself a scrap of that power for yourself. Oh, inspiration. Okay, well, I'll take that. That might be it for the... No? Okay. Let's have a look at this then. An ornate revolver. Below the antique is a plaque, Iron Fang 45, and below that Maynard Orville K, 1910. Okay. It's still orange. Can I do anything else with it? Dust magnet. Okay, well, we got a minute. I suspect we aren't going to get to do much with the metalhead, but, you know, may as well see what happens. Let's just take a peep for now. First, your eye meets only whiteness, but then you catch a drawn shape, a hand with an erect middle finger. Open the door slowly. Locked. Knock. Nothing happens. Even if there's someone inside, they would never hear you knocking through all the loud music. Listen closely to the song and wait for it to finish. Ding. Boom. Reset. Ah, well. Right, let's see if we can get out a bit quicker this time and get to the Kuiper belt in time.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Still with you, Dr. Fink.
Mr. Harrow, and we'll surely be... But for now,
I'm fine.
That's good to hear. However, since...
No questions.
All right, then. You should go and check in.
Okay. Right. 8 on the dot. We're going to get straight out there.
I'll break you open if I have to.
I'll just take a quick look at the brain stuff. So... we need a bit more time to make that happen. Yeah, we're going to commit to eavesdropping. We've already got find her old stuff. But that eavesdropping may lead us to that, so that's good. Copa belt. At some point we'll just drive south and see if we find anything of interest. But for now, I've kind of, I'm kind of just pulling at the little threads that we found. We should be a couple of minutes above or ahead of where we were before. So she should still be on the phone. Yeah, she is. Okay, let's get in there. Right, up the stairs. I somehow overhear her. I can't even click on her. Eavesdrop, that's it. Quick, before she knows you're snooping. Okay. This is weird. The metal barrels? Okay. I jumped off the roof. I think you're not alone here. The pungent smell of stale beer is so overwhelming it has a presence.
What?
Her grip on the phone tightens, plastic crackling in the process. With the other hand, she spins the token with such fury you're afraid she'll cause a localized tornado. A brief pause follows while she listens to Richard, daggers shining in her eyes.
I understand that, Richard, but you don't seem capable of understanding my instructions. So, I'm going to repeat them one more time and hope they get through all the noise in your head. Here's what will happen.
Robin will accept the invitation. You will make sure that the university's board disregards that whole past the deadline issue.
What is it now?
She squints her eyes and wrinkles pop up. In an instant, anger has added dozens of years to her face. Seems like her evening has turned into a real shit hurricane, and she's trying to fend it off with an umbrella. No need to take it out on others. Excuse me, Captain Righteous? Like you never vomited bile into someone's mind? No, if you stick to my plan, all will be well.
You stick to my plan.
The token in her hand stops spinning and she grips it so hard that you see her skin turn red. Besides, remember that smell? It has grown so heavy and rich that you will pass out any moment now. Then the smell will take over your body and venture out into the world. What's fucked up is that it'll probably take care of your life better than you do. Pretend you're smelling roses instead. It does not work. You're about to be dispossessed of your own body, such as it is. Before the stench could wrestle control, the call is over with the angry press of a manicured fingertip. The tyrant has issued all the orders, it seems. Alright, we got an inspiration for that too. Okay. I'm still on the roof. I'm not quite sure what happened with that, but it all worked out anyway. So what do we learn about Robin? She's declined an offer to enroll at a university. You managed to get some info, eavesdropping. Now do the same while she's talking to the big guy. Oh, okay, we're not quite done yet, I see.
Those protein shakes are starting to cause permanent damage, Travis. You can't seriously suggest that I just let her do whatever.
Hey, just trying to help and give you a different angle.
Believe me, I've considered every possible angle.
A token in her hand starts spinning from finger to finger. If you just stand there, she'll chase you away like before. Pretend you're a regular at the bar and do something inconspicuous. But what? Show great interest in the song list at the jukebox. Though you don't really care, your writer's eyes can't help but see the names, mostly modern hits with some obscure songs of bands you've never heard
Can't
of.
be all that bad.
Not all bad. My car is stuck at the gas station and that idiot Frank will fix it never.
You know, you can take White Lightning anytime.
White Lightning? Just how old is she?
I don't need your car, I need my car. My notebook is in there. I forgot it because Frank wouldn't stop fucking yapping. That notebook is like my external memory. Without it, I'm operating blind. For fuck's sake. It's like the universe is against me today.
Oh, if you only could tell her how it feels when the universe is truly against you. Like when it makes you live an evening over and over and over again. And again. Such a constant reminder is wearing down even the walls of the uncaring Fortress Harrow. Travis snaps his fingers like he just had a brilliant idea. Your train of thought has been derailed and is now a flaming wreck.
Yes, that's right. As soon as the roadblock ends, we'll close the bar for a while and drive to Maxine, so I can pick up my notebook.
This woman really knows what she wants. And is not afraid to say it, very loudly sometimes.
This will solve at least one bucket of shit that the universe spilled on my head.
Wait, there's more?
And with names at that. Both Robin and Ben decided to surprise me with some very shitty news.
Lady, when the universe gives you shit, learn to eat and enjoy it while it's fresh. The mindset of a true victor in life.
Ben pulled a major Ben, and I have to clean up after him. Again. And Robin, she's even worse. Remember all the hoops we jumped through for her? Well, she just spat on all of it.
Hey, they're both grown-ups. Maybe let them deal with their own mess?
As I said, those protein shakes are getting to you. I let Ben manage the motel after the divorce. I let Robin stay there with him. And this is the result.
She slams the token she's been playing with on the bar so hard you hear the wood crack.
Just a thought, nothing else.
Next stop, Robin and Ben. Got it.
Sorry to be the fourth bucket of shit, but I got a notification that $40K was taken out of our joint account. So, what?
Said Travis, so defensively that he dug miles of trenches and built concrete bunkers with that
Really,
sentence.
Travis, you trust me so little? That money will be returned to the account tomorrow.
Now money's long gone on gambling debts.
I believe you.
I can't.
For a while she hides her silence under her hat. Ooh, okay, so we've completed the intention. Just come over here so she doesn't shout at me. Right. Okay, so we've done a bit of stuff over here. Ooh. Let's wrap up that. You did it once, you'll do it again. Once you cross that line, it becomes a part of you. What we got here? Search Anita's car. Yeah, so we need to get to the gas station, which I'm guessing might be south of the motel, which we haven't actually travelled yet. So that's probably the next thing we do. There should be a notebook there. My fancy sports car. Anything else? That's probably it for now. We're getting towards 8:30 again, but I don't really know if I've got the info yet about Ben that I need to do that. So I'm tempted to go back to the farmhouse and maybe try getting in that room again. I don't think there's any point calling Ben at 8:30. We'll do the search Anita's car and stuff first, in case there's anything there that would help us. I think we're arriving at around the same time, which might give us another minute or two to try and get in that room and speak to the guy. I think we're actually a minute behind, so I don't know if this is going to achieve anything, but what else am I going to do? Break into the house again. That's going to take a certain amount of time. We've got 2 minutes. Wait for the song to finish. We don't have time for that. Okay. I feel like even if we race there as quickly as we can, I'm not sure we'll have enough time to do that. So I think our next move is to go south.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
And
Mr.
try to find
Harrow,
that gas
surely, but
station.
for now, I just want... That's good to hear. However, since this is your...
Alright, let's go.
Spit it out already!
Alright, we've got new memory. So what was our new memory? The door slides shut slowly, so slowly that the world narrows to this metal box. You had to leave the apartment and go down to the corner store, as you haven't eaten all day. The tiny cabin amplifies the fact you haven't showered in a week. Yes, it's disgusting, but there's just no time for any of it. You have to finish the article. The deadline was impossible from the start, but you took it anyway because it's good money, meaning you could maybe, finally, work on your own script next month, and prove to everybody you are still an artist, not just a content mill, soon to be replaced by AI. God, that hits a bit close to home. I've been telling myself that I'll work on my script next month for years. The elevator begins its descent, but then stops so abruptly just one floor below, Mrs. Gable's floor. She'd brought you soup when you first moved in, and you'd seen her in the hall last week, but pretended you were on the phone just to avoid the concern in her eyes. You couldn't handle the kindness. You didn't bring the phone this time, though, as you only planned a quick visit to the store. The door doesn't open on her floor anyway. Instead, the elevator changes its mind and starts going up. Upon reaching your floor again, it halts, and immediately heads back down, the door never opening. What kind of sorcery is this? At Mrs. Gable's floor, the elevator reverses course once again. Without your phone, there's only one option. Panic. Not yet. Try the emergency call button first. Alright. You expected a call with somebody, but instead a recorded, static-filled voice announces that maintenance was notified of elevator malfunction and will be there within an hour. An hour? The deadline's in 3? And the article is still a mess, a salad of words you'd written and deleted a dozen times. Every word a testament to your incompetence, every sentence a fraud's confession. It was not always like this. You had more than enough shining moments during your diverse content writer career, remember? Hundreds of authentic 5-star reviews for a luxury hotel chain that systematically suppressed guest complaints. A long-form investigative piece on the hidden art of watchmaking for a prestigious men's magazine that won a minor industry award. Authoring the technical documentation for a subscription service known for its intentionally confusing cancellation process. A series on elevator safety for an engineering digest that was later cited in a national safety guideline. Wait, elevator safety. That's it. I know how to fix this. Right, the gig was from years back. You researched it like a pro. You still know how it works. There should be wiring behind the interior access panel, and if you access it, you may be able to manually reset the elevator. Okay, jam your apartment key into the edge of the control panel. The plastic creaks, then splinters. The panel swings open, revealing a tangle of delicate wires, blue and green, carrying the disturbed machine's life current. Slice through the green and blue wires with your apartment key. The wires offer no resistance, as if made of silk. The elevator stops, and for a single weightless second you feel like a winner. But a red light on the panel starts flashing, followed by a sharp, piercing alarm. The machine is not crying for help, but announcing to the world, "Here he is inside me, a vandal, a weirdo, a terrorist." Panic begins to coil in your gut. The hunger, the alarm, the deadline, the guilt, the claustrophobic walls pressing in. You have to get out now. Find the main power cables and tear them to silence the machine. You know exactly where to look. Your eyes lock onto the thick insulated cables. You jam your key against the ancient black sheath of the main power cable, heaving and twisting with all your might. It takes some effort, but the already damaged insulation soon tears with a rubbery shriek, exposing the heavy copper within. Don't stop until it's dead. You grind the key, mashing the live wires together. A torrent of sparks erupts, a fountain of angry, spitting gold, scalding your hands and raining down on your clothes, smelling of burnt metal and silent thunder. The shredded insulation, now a blackened, melting wound, begins to smoke. The toxic smell of charred plastic fills your lungs. A flame appears on the shredded insulation and begins to climb. The main building fire alarm soon joins the chorus, a deep roaring wail. The cabin becomes an oven. As your pores open, a stale stench permeates the air, and you remember again you haven't showered in a week. The smoke thickens into a solid, choking blackness. Your head spins, the world tilting on its axis as your lungs scream for clean air. The last thing you register is a rhythmic pounding against the door and a garbled shout. "We've got a man in here! He needs assistance!" Okay. Alright, so we're gradually kind of revealing what we did, whatever we did that led us to this place.
Come on.
But once again, I think it's probably time to leave it there for now. So the plan, when we come back next time, we didn't quite manage the plan I set out at the beginning of this episode in this episode, but, you know, hopefully we'll get there. But I think the plan for the next episode is to take the car, drive south. Hopefully we hit that gas station and Anita's car, and maybe we can sort of get the stuff from there that we need to advance other stuff. Yeah, cool. Cool, well, I hope you're enjoying this series. It's an interesting one. I like that each loop has both familiar things, but also new stuff to do. Like, we've had different conversations with this therapist and with Robin. We've probably more stuff to cover with Robin already, but I'm not going to do that now because I want to try and find the gas station. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got this sort of Groundhog Day feel, but with additional mental illness, so that's always fun. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the series so far. And yeah, big thank you, big shout out as ever to our channel members as well for continuing to support Boring Dad Gaming. It's always appreciated. And yeah, if anyone else is interested in seeing upcoming episodes, not only in this series, but in any of the series I ever run on the channel, a little bit ahead of time, maybe check it out. That'd be awesome. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.